Okay, so finally, women's professional wrestling will get a main event spot on the WWE Network. At the next NXT Takeover, which I want to say is the first full Saturday, well, the Saturday, the first full week of October, the main event, Bayley Banks 2, in a 30-minute, currently considered Iron Man match. Don't have to be called Iron Woman or Iron Person, but they will get the main event spot. You're probably thinking, but what about the NXT title? Well, currently NXT is doing the Dusty Tag Team Classic, which pretty much means then that you're going to have Balor and Joe will be involved in that in some way, shape, or form, so therefore Balor's not going to defend his title. It's going to be an awesome match. The match that they had at TakeOver Brooklyn should have been the main event. I understand why it wasn't, but that match had everything going for it. And was easily probably one of the matches of the weekend. I would probably say, depending on who you're talking to, that match was either better or just below what Taker and Lesnar did. So, very, very impressive. That's going to be a phenomenal match. Those two, half an hour, multiple pinfalls. Looking forward to it. Also, the sign of Kana is now official. And she will not be going under that name. So it'll be, from a Gaijin standpoint, I guess we call it Asuka. But I guess it's pronounced Ashka. Which, she is a fantastic talent. She is going to whoop the daylights out of so many things. Men, women, small children, objects, cars, you name it. She is a phenomenal talent. I want to let her keep her red hair, because she could really be the all red everything. Or as some people are saying, all dead everything. And it's going to be impressive. They've mentioned that certain people they're bringing in NXT to help the NXT brand and help them become better when it comes to a touring brand. That's why you have people like Samoa Joe, who probably won't make a main roster run currently. Might just be there to help kind of, guide the next generation of wrestlers all the way through NXT. So, that's going to be impressive. They're going to have a really nice assortment of wrestlers down at NXT. And I can't talk about NXT and women and not bring Ava Marie. She had 3 matches so far. And I would say they're passable for someone who's had minimal training. But knowing that there's already discussions of having her win the NXT title between now and first couple months of next year, potentially making to the main roster and either being in the title hunt WrestleMania or SummerSlam time for the main Divas roster title. On the bright side, I do think if they give her a little bit of time and then push her onto the main roster, it's great. Then NXT women can go back to actually being a lot more proficient. They've got some phenomenal Shimmer talent in there. And I think now it's Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. So they've got some great, great young indie talent working there. So I think the fact that they can get her through the system, get her a little bit buttoned up, push her to what at that point will be not really great for the main roster when it comes to women. But she has a marketable look, that's all they're really concerned with. And on a sadder note, Kurt Angle's taking some time off. Again, his neck injuries. The tumor that was removed, and they found other lesions and polyps and things of that nature. Not additional tumors, but other things that are going to lead to him to have a reduced workload and take time off. I'm thinking at this point in time he should probably retire. He's had a really great career. I think if he were to retire now, take several years off, get his body back into shape, almost do the Shawn Michaels back injury sort of bit, take a lot of time off, get your body healed, and potentially, maybe, seeing as how the Dudley's got a nice pop, there's talk about bringing the Hardy Boys back in for a short stint. maybe potentially Kurt Angle might maybe get a little bit of a short run. If anything, he'd be a nice person to get a good pop for a crowd, and he'd be a great run-in for, say, like a Royal Rumble. He could come in, hit his spots, do the DDP thing for the Royal Rumble. Come in, hit a couple angle slams, get knocked to the top rope by someone like Rusev, or whoever, or Jack Swagger. Have somebody knock him to the top rope, and if they want to, in a couple of months, if he can still go, you put him in a match. So anyways, NXT Women's Championship 30-minute match. That's gonna be epic. You know, I really don't care if Nikki becomes the longest reigning champion for the Divas belt, or if she loses to Charlotte. My mind is focused on that woman's match.